Abscess of the urinary tract is obviously not very common, but it's a complicated UTI, right? So you need to pick up these abscesses earlier, because the patient will have a very, very high grade fever, and he would be very much tender in the region, maybe in the back or maybe in the flanks. So, and the heart rate would be very high, and the patient may present to you in a septic shock. Sometimes if you pick up the abscess earlier, you can treat with a broad spectrum antibiotics and a good hydration therapy. But if the abscess is extensive and there is a lot of renal parenchymal damage, then obviously you can lead to it can end up with that renal scarring, and obviously you need to just get rid of the infection, focus of the infection, which is draining. Either you go for the percutaneous drainage, or you go for the open drainage, depending upon the site and depending upon the clinical presentation, and see if the patient is in a septic shock or not. So obviously if the patient is in sepsis or septic shock, the abscess would be very, very bad, and you need to go for the open drainage. So there can be renal cortical abscesses, there can be corticomedullary abscesses, and there can be perirenal abscesses. So the perirenal abscesses are the ones which are accompanying just on the extensive outer surface of the kidney, just close to the capsule. The corticomedullary abscesses would be the one involving the cortex and the medullary part of the inside the capsule, and then you have the renal cortical abscesses, which are just involving the cortex of the kidney. Now, the renal cortical abscess and the corticomedullary abscesses, they can be because of the ascending infections. They can be the complications of the ascending infections, ascending UTIs, and the perirenal abscesses, obviously, they are the result of hematogenous infection, maybe secondary to the tooth, caries, dental infections, or skin infections like carbuncle or boil, because they are more predominance for the hematogenous spread. So you need to look up for the signs and the symptoms, and if patient is very much tachycardic, tachypneic, is febrile and high grade fever with rigors and chills, and there's a lot of tenderness all around the flank region or the back, now so you suspect that the patient is suffering from the abscess, right? And then you will go for the proper investigation, start from very baseline investigation, go for the blood CP. Very high TLC count will tell you that there is an abscess cavity somewhere in the kidneys. Then CT scan, contrast enhanced CT scan, is the definitive part to pick up the abscess. So you should go for the contrast enhanced CT scan to see where is the abscess. If it's a smaller one, can be treated with antibiotics. Treat with antibiotics. It's a larger one, and it's a corticomedullary, go for the percutaneous drainage or go for the open surgical drainage. So regarding the management, you can conservatively treatment with the broad spectrum antibiotics. I have already told you, percutaneous drainage. But in percutaneous drainage, you have to put two drains. One drain should be, it should be radiologically guided, like ultrasonographic guided drainage. So you can either put the drain in abscess cavity, and the other drain should be left there for a decompression of the collecting ductal system. And then obviously you have the option is you go for the open drainage. That's how you are going to manage such case of an abscess formation. And not only that, if you're draining, you're going for percutaneous open drainage, you don't have to give antibiotics to your patient. You need to give proper antibiotics to your patient. And if the extensive damage is there and function of the kidney is compromised and there's nephropathy, then you have to go for a nephrectomy for the extensive renal parenchymal necrosis. That's how you're going to manage the abscess. So in today's lecture, we talked about the urinary tract infections, and specifically we talked about their surgical approach towards the urinary tract infections, like standing infections, hematogenous infection. We talked about the pyelonephritis specifically, and the complicated urinary tract infections. And we talked about the abscess and how to treat the abscess as what different you have to do as compared to the rest of the managing rest of the abscesses in the cavity. So that's all for today's lecture. Thank you for watching sqadia.com with Dr. Sana Khan.